What really brings together a language system is called the vowel system. Here is the 22 glyphs that were the basis of the 22 Hebrew letters. They are different colors in this picture simply to show the different pictographs and their connection in the drawing graph. Here is how the English alphabet also fits perfectly into the graph pattern. And this graph pattern that's being used here is known as the flower of life pattern. There is all the capital letters of the English language and also a small lowercase e, as you see here at the end. These letters will be used to help sound out the spoken sounds of the pictographs. Here is the 4 basic vowels. The lowercase e is the bull's head and is the color black with the sound of eh. The eh was the symbol of a god and has a general meaning of a commandment. The ah is a spirit dancer and is the color blue with the sound of ah. The spirit dancer means to reveal and has a general meaning of a suggestion. The AY symbol is of an eye and is the color green with the sound of A. The I has a meaning of to look and has a general meaning of appearance. The double O is a symbol of the sun reflecting on water and is red with the sound of oo. The sun reflecting has a meaning of reflection and a general meaning of duality, which is two opposing forces that are of the same, and simply means opposite. These pictographs establish the color code that is used with all the pictographs and creates the written meanings and sound meanings of the vowels. They have further meanings and sounds used as consonants, or the pictographs themselves. Here's the first example of the eh. Now this here shows the evolution of the symbols. As you see, this is the larger size eh symbol. And here's a smaller size, which is an abstract bull's head, just like this bull's head. It's a little tiny abstract bull's head. And this little bull's head was actually used in scripture writing at one point in time. And then it was turned upside down, and as you see, it became the symbol that's an A. And then from there, one of the legs, which was the horn, when it was up forward, it was the horns. Now it's the legs. One of those was removed and put down to the bottom, which created the lowercase e, which has the S sound. Then the lowercase e at the top was opened up and became the uppercase E, which is E. Now continuing on here, here is the eh. The eh colored black could mean do, as black coloring is a commandment. The e colored black with red highlight could mean don't, as black coloring is a command and the red coloring means opposite. Don't is the opposite of do. And as you see here, the letter down below, the eh, and then this is how this would be pronounced out, would be eh-oo. So you have do, which is eh, and don't, which is eh-oo. And that's how the communication would be made verbally or in picture form. There can also be more meanings than that. That's only one of the meanings that can be inferred. It all depends on the circumstance the spoken word is being used. The language is circumstantial as languages tend to be. The eh colored blue could mean first, as blue coloring is a suggestion, and the bull's head represented a deity known as eh, which was the first, it was the leader, it was the highest. And see, that's how I'm showing you that there are further meanings. It's not just a singular meaning. The black colored bull's head does not just have the singular meaning. The blue color does not have just a singular meaning. It's just a format in order to gain understanding, and then the circumstance that it's used can have further understanding and further meaning. The colored blue with red highlight could mean last, as blue is a suggestion and red means the opposite. Last is the opposite of first. Now the blue bull's head would have a pronunciation of ah, or the blue's bullhead with the red highlight would be ah-oo. Now this is just a basic pronunciation. I'm sure that even by the time I'm done this book, I'll come up with a different pronunciation. Now in the English language, such as in the word beautiful, is spelled B-E-A-U in the beginning. Now this is more the phonetic sound of the E-A-U. But I'm writing out in the phonetic form in order to learn how to pronounce all these different varieties of symbols. And to do so, there has to be a basic concept to start with. And then from there, things will become fluid. So I'll continue on. The colored green could mean bull's head, as the green coloring means appearance, what it looks like. The E colored green and highlighted with red could mean God, as green is appearance and red means the opposite. In this case, the opposite of the bull's head could be the opposite of the physical animal, which would be the spiritual side of the animal, and was thought to be God. At that time, that the bull deity's name was and sometimes referred to as El, as can be gotten into further along in these studies. But anyhow, the green bull's head would be pronounced for the shape of the bull's head, and for the color green, A. So A. And the same thing here, the green bull's head would be A with the red highlight, oo, oo. There is one more basic vowel, and that is the R. And this is the pictograph of a person's head and colored in yellow. That's actually gold that I used in color for it to show up in the video better than the highlighted yellow. In person, the highlighted yellow looks fine. The R yellow highlight added to any of the pictographs would identify a personality and end the spoken word in the pictograph in Now, if you were to apply this which would be the personality aspect, to any of these, an example, this would be or And similar, if we go back and add the which would be a personality, this would be and this would be You might even start hearing in your own ears from listening to this some similarities in the English language. Now this would be just and this would be That kind of sounds a little bit like the word hour. Hour. Anyhow, there are words that become similar as we do these studies, and I find it very interesting on some of the meanings and some of the things that comes through. I've been studying this for several years now, and I find it extremely fascinating, and I hope other people do also. That's it for now. Blessing and peace to you and yours.